Hey thespians, it's Thursday.
Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers.
And I'm really bored. So it's been 2 weeks since I finished my productions. 3 weeks since I finished my productions, and found it really difficult. Like, it was great the first week, kind of getting some time to not do a whole lot and relax. But now I'm sitting around trying to find something to do and failing. Yeah, it's really boring not doing shows. Like, what do I do instead? I don't know anymore. So I was thinking about what Sam had to say about the kind of what other people think about our industry. And I have a lot of it coming from my father, who didn't want me to do this because it's not what he thinks is a good career. But I've got it from a few people, because most people don't think working in the theatre is a career that you can do full time. It's more of a hobby for, like, well, most people think it's more of a hobby. But it's like, I don't know, it's like ridiculous to think that, because the amount of time it takes up. Like, I don't know how someone can do this as a hobby, because working 40-hour weeks, well, doing a 40-hour week as a hobby doesn't sound like a hobby anymore. That sounds like a job. Yeah. And also, I actually had the discussion with a few of my techs on who we perceive to work harder. And this is how we worked it out. So, like, outside of the theatre, the actors the actors we feel in our, like, from our experience, work the hardest during rehearsal time and stuff. A lot of that time, the techs are sitting back, not doing much. At the most, we are trying to plan things. Like, at the very beginning of rehearsals, the techs have nothing to do because we've got nothing to go off of. But that starts to build up throughout the run of rehearsals, because then if you're a lighting designer, you got to design the lights for the show, and if you're a sound tech, you got to source all the sound material and things like that. But still, it's not as much as the actors, because the actors are not only doing stuff in the rehearsal space, they're also going home and learning lines. Where the techs kind of don't even have to go to all the rehearsals. They kind of go, that's interesting, and then go away and do stuff. But then we kind of thought, once it gets to the theatre proper, Tech Week is called Tech Week for a reason. we feel. Because that's the week, or in some cases 2 weeks, depending on how lucky you are, where the techs are running around like crazy people. Because you have to put the show in, and there's stuff that only you can do. Like, the actors help, and that's really good. It's good when you get actors who are really interested in tech work. Also, I want to help out. That's helpful. That's something that I really think is quite good. But they can't do it. They can only help so much. So we feel in the week, like, the techs that I work with, who I've worked with, and actually we had the same discussion with one of the actors, and they kind of agreed with us that during the week running up to running up to the show, and also during the show to an extent, depending on how much needs to be fixed, the techs do the longer hours and the more physical work during that time, because the actors have done all their work, done a lot of their work, done a lot of the hard work in learning their lines. Hopefully, it's always the worst when you get into Tech Week and you're trying to do runs to help you out, cue wise, and the actors are calling for prompts and stuff. Luckily, I haven't had to do that. I haven't had that for a while. EA for working with actors who actually want to do the job. Same working with techs who actually want to do the job and not just fuck around. So yeah, that's kind of what I feel like work-wise. No one slacks off in this industry, because if you do, you don't make it very far. Each group, in a sense, works harder in different periods of the show. And then everyone works really hard throughout the run. Everyone's tired throughout the run, is the conclusion that I've gotten to. I can't really talk for stage managers because I don't know. Kaylee, you can probably have a go at me if I'm wrong. I just feel stage managers do similar work to techs, except they control everything. Alright guys, hopefully hear from Kevin today, tomorrow. Nice to see you again, Mary, and bye.